Another interest rate hike,
We're not trying to have a recession.
meant to tame inflation. President Biden back in the Oval Office.
I've just tested negative for COVID-19 after isolating for 5 days.
But he's facing COVID criticism from Florida's governor. And hours on board a plane facing delay after delay.
People were very angry and just like lots of audible groans.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Elena Key.
I'm Paloma Pimentel. Today is Thursday, July 28th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
The nation's key interest rate rises. It's to slow inflation, but what other effect is it having on the economy? The Federal Reserve boosted the rate by 0.75% after a similar hike earlier this month.
CNN's Jen Sullivan takes a look at how this latest action impacts your bottom line.
For a fourth consecutive time, the Federal Reserve is continuing to take action to fight off historic inflation.
The FOMC raised its policy interest rate by 0.75 percentage point.
Thursday's latest hike is raising interest rates even further for consumers as the Fed aims to cool down the overheated economy.
We're trying to do just the right amount, right? We're not trying to have a recession.
Economists say that aggressive approach, while necessary, slows down the economy and it raises borrowing costs for Americans, from car loans to mortgages to credit cards.
For some households that already have debts that adjust with market interest rates, as rates rise, their debt payments will rise. So it's going to put a lot of financial pressure on an increasing number of households going forward.
And when it comes to mortgage rates, they've essentially doubled over the past year after several years of dirt cheap borrowing costs. Loan consultant Jose Sano from New American Funding says the impact has been swift.
Certainly some of the people that were qualified, let's just say 3-5 months ago for 800,000, they might be qualifying for 600,000 now because of the difference of the rates.
Despite those higher financing costs, home loan applicants like Jose Cañas are choosing to see the silver lining, saying higher rates are scaring off his competition.
It might put us in a better position to try and negotiate the price down a little bit with the seller, just because we're not seeing too much activity as a realtor in terms of people making offers.
I'm Jen Sullivan.
President Biden is COVID-free this morning. The president made announcements at a Rose Garden event yesterday. Already, he's receiving criticism from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who says that vaccinations and boosters did not protect the president.
Hello, everyone. I've just tested negative for COVID-19 after isolating for 5 days.
But you know, this is a guy that has taken how many booster shots? I mean, seriously, done all this stuff and gets it. And there's nothing, it's nothing wrong. This is just a fact of life. But yet he still insists on imposing vax mandates through the federal government.
The president resumes his normal schedule today.
An alleged leader of a Colombian drug cartel is behind bars in South Florida this morning. The man Colombia extradited yesterday is accused of being part of the clan del Golfo cartel. Prosecutors say Juan Jose Valencia Zulga was caught sending massive amounts of cocaine abroad. He is currently being held by the South Florida District Court.
Surveillance video just released of the car crash onto the beach in Daytona. Reporters Claire Metz has that and reaction from a lifeguard who rushed in to help.
I mean, it was within a couple feet of hitting my tower.
Damian Curry was stunned Sunday late afternoon as a vehicle, this is new video from a nearby hotel, blew onto the beach and into the ocean. Here's another angle that captures the sound of the violent impact as the car first hits the unoccupied toll booth and closed gate.
I saw the car smack into the toll booth. The toll booth exploded. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm turning around, I'm looking at it, and the car is coming at me. The glass was shattered, the bumper's off, it's smoking, it's coming at me. I'm like, and it just barely misses.
It didn't miss a 5-year-old boy swimming who was pulled under the vehicle. David Alamos took some stitches for deep lacerations, but has since been released from the hospital. Lifeguard Curry ran to the vehicle. The driver, his fiancée, and 2 children inside.
The car is almost to the sandbar. It's floating, right? And a mob of people are trying to bring it back.
They got it back. Lifeguard Curry rescued one of the children. The other child and the mother were already out. Then Curry went for the driver, who authorities believe suffered some kind of seizure, causing him to lose control.
And I'm buckling this guy, the driver, and I'm getting buzzed. Like the car's like short-circuited. You know, I'm like, getting like shocked.
Like shock.
Like electrical shock.
Despite the risks, Damian Curry knew people were in trouble.
Anything goes in that water, I'm going to go after it. Anybody on this beach would have done it. You know, I work with a bunch of heroes, and I look up to all of them.
That was Claire Metz reporting. The driver is in the hospital. A family spokesperson says he has been referred to a neurologist in his home state of Massachusetts.
Today, the Marlins prepare for their afternoon game against the Reds in Cincinnati. Last night, in Game 3 of their 4-game series, things got off to a rough start with the Marlins giving up 4 runs in the first inning. They never caught up. Losing with the final score of 5-3, with a win today, the Fish could earn a series split.
A rare diamond is turning heads and making history.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Like anytime the pilot made an announcement, oh, there's another delay, like people were just talking over there, like, of course.
Problems for passengers on a flight that just couldn't seem to get off the ground. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
You really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A waiting game for passengers stuck in an airline for hours. Today, passengers celebrate their safe arrival to New York after being stuck in a plane for more than 6 hours.
The nightmare began Sunday afternoon with an American Airlines flight Charlotte to JFK. The flight was scheduled to leave at 1 p.m. but did not depart until around 7 p.m.
People were very angry and just like lots of audible groans. Like anytime the pilot made an announcement, oh, there's another delay, like people were just talking over there, like, of course. At one point, very early on, a lot of people hadn't had lunch because of the time of the flight, and so there was no food offered except for little cookies.
Passengers sat on the plane for 3 hours, then were asked to deplane, board another jet, and wait out a storm that lasted 2 more hours before finally departing.
The largest pink diamond in 300 years has been found, and it measures 170 carats. It was found in Angola by the Australian miner Lucapa Diamond Company. This mine is among the world's top 10 producers of diamonds. Only 1 in 10,000 diamonds are found colored, and 1 in every 100 is greater than 10.8 carats in size. This rare gemstone will be auctioned by the Angolan State Diamond Marketing Company.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paloma Pimentel.
I'm Elena Key. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.